And I don't be saying nothing, not saying something. Now everyone's saying something, I can't blame them for it. Now everyone back.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tucker. In this video, I just want to talk about the New Balance changes and my opinions on it. So as you can see in the inbox, it has kind of what's going on, just a brief description, but on the Clash Royale forum, it's a lot more in depth. So I just want to talk about that for a second. I'll show a replay while I talk about it. So, the Royal Giant is getting its damage decreased by 4%. They said they love that people like using the Royal Giant, but he's a little bit too overpowered right now. So they want to decrease the damage by 4%. I'm really not sure if that's really going to change much. I think people are still going to use it a lot, and you will see a lot of Royal Giant, but I don't know. We'll see. The freeze spell is getting its duration decreased by 1 second, which is going to be huge for anyone that uses the freeze spell. Because a lot of times at lower levels, it is absolutely insane. You get the Hog Rider, because the towers don't have much health, so the freeze has a lot of health, or a lot of health. A long duration, the Hog just keeps hitting, and its tower just gone immediately. So that's going to be huge for any Hog Freeze user. Um, so yeah, but I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of Hog Zap now, which is what I use. So we'll see what happens with that. The Furnace, which I've never seen anyone in battle use. I tried it one time in like a friendly battle, and it's complete garbage. So decreasing the elixir cost from 5 to 4, but to make it not overpowered, they're making the hit points go down and the lifetime go down 10 seconds. So it balances it all out. And so then if everything stayed the same, it might be a little too overpowered, but yeah, it should be fine now. I do want to see the furnace being used. I know people use huts and stuff, but they don't include the furnace with that, so we'll see what happens with this update. I'm not quite sure what's going to quite go down. The fire spirits, the area damaged radius is increased by 25%. Their damage is good, but they don't always hit everything you'd like them to. This change should make them more reliable. So I think people are gonna start to use these instead of like the 3 elixir minions and goblins maybe, because they can hit air, so that's always good. And they're really good against like a minion horde or just a swarm of stuff. Like if someone is using a spawner deck, they can do very well against that. So, and then the guards are completely useless in a lot of instances because they are like one hittable once their shield's gone. So they're complete trash right now. So they're getting their damage and hit points increased by 8%. The Miner, which is already a very good card, is getting the hit points increased by 6%. It's really insane right now. If people use it right, it's an insane card. Now with more hit points, it should be really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another replay. A little 3-0. That was a friendly battle. We'll do this one. So the miner should be. I love watching miner gameplay personally. I just don't like getting destroyed by the miner. I think I'll be seeing a lot more miner up at the top and like around where I am. So we'll see. Lava Hound and Lava Pups are both getting hit points increased by 3% and 9% respectively. Basically it's a 7 elixir legendary card, and it's not that impressive. So they were definitely trying to get some more use out of this card they implemented into the game. So we'll see if that does anything. The elixir collector is insane right now. Um, in the last update, I think they included a decrease in hit points, and people still use it like crazy. So we'll see about this. Um, the knight is getting its hit points increased by 10%. I think no one uses the knight. Like someone in my clan like uses the knight, and it's, I don't know, it's just not very good. It didn't have enough hit points, and it didn't do enough damage really to have a good use in many decks. So with more hit points, I think it might be used more as like a tank kind of. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to use it personally because I really don't see a use for it in the deck I like using. And I think my deck hasn't really been touched with this update. I still use, I mean, the Elixir Collector is pretty much the only thing. And so we'll see. We'll just have to see with the update. The Bomber damage increased by 10%. It's kind of like, the Musketeer. Um, I think the Bomber is a cheaper Valkyrie. It does splash damage, and it can sit behind stuff, unlike the Valkyrie. It's kind of like a Musketeer Valkyrie mix, but for 3 Elixir, which is really good. The cannon has remained really popular, so they're decreasing the cannon's hit points while not really touching the Royal Giant. But in the article, they were talking about the Royal Giant. Like, with the rise to fame, is what they called it, of the Royal Giant, the cannon's still popular, and it's the second most used card at the top of the leaderboard. So while they're nerfing the cannon, they're also like kind of helping the Royal Giant strategies. So I'm not really sure what's going down. The Tesla increased hit points. Golem increased hit points. I'm not sure about that. It's already a pretty good card, just not many people use it. The Witch damage increased. Skeletons hit points and damage increased. And then Tombstone hit points increased. So we'll see how this update comes out. I still think the Royal Giant and Hogs are still going to dominate any strategies. I don't think much is going to change. I know the freeze is definitely going to change a lot, and I hope to see more Fire Spirits and the Miner and Lava Hounds. We'll see about all that. I don't think that's going to change my gameplay at all. It might change like what I'll put into my deck and stuff, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. This has been your boy Tucker, and peace.